Some of the most memorable moments when restoring, there's loads. You've got the low points where you're in the garage at 1 in the morning and you're surrounded by tools and everyone else has gone to bed and you're still messing, and you don't want to stop because you're in the zone. You always remember those times when you think you took on too much and you're not going to get out of there. High points are when it's starting to turn from being a restoration into what you'd call a reassembly. So there's a tipping point where it doesn't look like a car, it's just parts everywhere, but then as it comes to this break point and then your character of the car starts to come through and you can then see what you've been trying to do, and that gives you extra energy, and then that moment when you think you're over the hill or on the home run, that's a very memorable thing.
Okay. There's nought round here for you. We don't like folk poking their noses in. Disturbing me. I just caught me having a little cat nap in my lovely Mk3. Come inside and have a look, let's see what it's all about. It's absolutely wrecked. It's going to be a gull wing, look. Shit. The B pillar's actually separated from the bottom. There actually is no sill. So, boys, things are bad. Come in and have a little look. Andy's on the camera today. Now, we've got holes in virtually, I mean, there is no floor. Actually, there is no floor. B pillar is rocking, so that's, you could just gull wing that like a DeLorean. Funnily enough, the roof hasn't disintegrated like Swampy's did, but there's plenty of panels. Don't give up yet. Don't give up. As David Souls once he said in the 70s, don't you give up on us, baby. What else can I show you inside here? Come on in, don't be shy, come on in. Good single post visors, guys, and of course the creme de la creme. We don't want that, I'll chuck that out. There's that, that'll be getting rescued right away, we don't want to leave that. Glove box opens, and there's tax discs in there, I'll get to them in a minute. Console's good, no cracks in it. Marquis blue. a rare radio blanking plate. They're rare, you don't often see those, so that would have fitted there where your radio would have not gone. Obviously your switches, some good great GXL clocks there. Indicator stalk could be okay, you never know. More switches. Door cards could be salvaged. A few other things inside. There's a back rest there, but I don't think that's really got a high value, but it's the cloth and vinyl. And that actually looked in good order. Oh no, someone's at it. Floor's completely gone in this car, it's real bad. So we're just looking at parts really, that's really realistically. Right, we'll do that. You do the GXL shuffle, you do the GXL shuffle. Oh. There we go. So here we are, and things are bad as I just said on the interior shots. Forget your quarter, that's gone. Forget your boot floor, that's gone. Forget your sills, they're gone. Your doors are gone. B pillars have gone. There's no outer sill, no inner sill. A little bit of chassis left, there's a good axle on it. So completely just gone, there's nothing, forget it. You know, I mean, that's going to take some serious work. I mean, you've got is just the back end where the axle is about the only bit that's left. Everything else is ready to just break its back. So it's unlikely that if you've moved it, it will stay in one piece. It'll try and kink on the roof at some point, I would have thought. Round here, we'll just walk you around. Come on in. Come on into my party. My GXL party. So the gull wing there. We've got our gull wing conversion. Bad. So this is all just going to separate off. So we need to be removing all these parts before we even try and move it. These chrome trims, that nice gutter trim there. No dents in that. Look at that beauty. Nothing in that. Ain't that a honey? Ain't that a honey? That'll buff up real nice. And cut there, go. So, what do you reckon? Solid? If it started up, if the engine started, this is what it'd this is what it'd do. It's just sort of like this, it just sort of, wouldn't it? Like that. Ticking over nice, look. That's pretty good that. More parts, oh no, there's no more parts there. Engine bay's a no-brainer, it's completely gone, bulkhead's gone. You can get right through here. Wow, let's look at that. I can get inside and unplug the dash switches, dash switches there. Fuse box someone's taken. There is a good headlamp relay hiding underneath that wing, what's left of it. Someone took the wipers out, look. This chrome trim's got to be salvaged, they're worth a lot of money and they're very rare. So we'll salvage that. Master cylinder will be okay, that'll shot blast up. You might even get away with the brake servo, I don't know. Round the front we go, round the mulberry bush we go. Grills are gone, but the badge is okay. Bumper strip on the front, might be alright that, you know. Oh no, it's gone, smashed at the corner where they've stoved it. It's been stoved and they've pulled it out, pulled the wing out there. All that bulkhead's gone, they took the heater box out, so there's no bulkhead, so forget all the front end. The clip maybe, the calipers, got calipers, brake calipers, they're still there. Wiring harness looks alright. So there's bits, and we can go around and have a look at the back and see what bits are up at the back. So not holding out any hope. These mouldings are okay. Those triangles there, those alley triangles are okay. Of course the back chrome trim there. Got the back chrome trim. This boot applique is alright. We're okay with the boot applique. Another bumper strip there can be salvaged. That bumper's finished. Petrol tank's fallen out, straight out of the car. Look, non-locking petrol cap on it. Axle, well we need to look at that axle. We need to open the boot as well. and see what's in the boot. We'll do that in a minute. I think it's a 600 axle. No curves in the side. Yeah, it's not the heavy duty axle, it's the smaller but early axle, but the smaller one I think, it being a 600, but it's got the larger brake, the larger 9-inch drum, so that's handy, the 9-inch drums. So we'll wrap it there. Sorry guys, but I can't. It's not even gonna, oh my god. The whole, oh jeez, oh no, oh no, nobody touch it, keep your hands off. And an open glove box reveals tax discs, ladies and gentlemen, a whole bucket full. And it looks like it made it to 82. That's the latest tax disc I can find, 82, so not 77 but 82. So it's got that far. That's that bit. We're going to wrap up soon because there's not much else I can do now for you, ladies and gentlemen, on this little clip, this bonus clip at the end of April 2017. We took you down into the woods to see a GXL that's just not gonna make it, at least not without a whole new body shell. I could probably build out from the transmission tunnel, but it's huge undertaking, but there's a lot of parts. The best way for this would be a new body shell, I think, personally myself, simply because you'd start there, see that under the seat, you'd start from that and you build the car around that piece. That's all that's left on the floor pan, because beyond that transmission tunnel there is the boot, and that's non-existent, so you've got nothing. You've got a bit of a parcel shelf in metalwork, some of the roof structures intact where they normally crumble away through on the gutter edge is surprisingly intact, and the vinyl roof hasn't perforated through like it has on Bramble. You've got some good chrome strips to salvage. Looks like someone broke into it. They've crowbarred themselves in. The glass from the side windows, so over there in the footwell, they tried to drill through the lock at first, but then leave it in through there a long time ago, judging by the rust on the damage. The GXL wheel, of course, you've got the nice centre pods, clocks and consoles, the rare blanking tray, the 4-pod middle bit centre console there. Obviously needs retrimming on the vinyl on top, but you can get them off Mark 5s. Front end leaves us with nothing, no bulkhead. Hold on, no bulkhead. Straight through, zero bulkhead. Completely crumbled away there, nothing existent at all. The clip, front clip, that's probably deeply pitted. Again, because it's been so heavily exposed as the bonnet's been off. You've got a wiring harness in there. Some of the Amiga clips are on. Chrome arch trim, no good. Funnily enough, the wheels aren't seized. God knows why not. They're not. If someone's laid it up, they've laid it up with the calipers uncompressed on the brake disc. Even the back wheels turn. Surprisingly enough, chrome arch trim there, salvageable. So we have one salvageable arch trim, although it's corroded on the inside, but the outer rim of it, if someone was really desperate, could use that one. Lights cracked there, quarter starting to push itself in and kick up. Look at the whole structure is wobbling. Okay, into the boot we go. Boot floor completely destroyed. Rubber matting gone. There's the sapphire blue. Fuel tank's fallen through and landed on the floor. Bumpers just disintegrated. Boot catch was held together with brambles and bits of rope. Nothing left there. That boot catch has rusted away. I bet you we find the boot catch if we were to dig around on the floor. Fuel sender unit in the tank could be okay. They're hard to get hold of. That light there is intact but not in good condition. Fuel filler cap, no good. Interesting white feather there. If you check the Swampy videos, you'll see also in approximately the same position a white feather. Okay, so these triangles, they're alright, they'll do. Another good gutter trim there, as I said earlier when Andy was filming. The Mazak on here, I don't know, that one's not as bad. Oh no, there it is, it's gone. Door skin, of course, just flapping loose. Wings about to just fall off onto the floor. Arch trim on the front's damaged. That front wheel's hitting the ground, it's probably seized up. So that wing's not even attached. By the looks of things, there's nothing holding the wing on, I don't think. Look at the wing, it's bad. We're drunk there. Someone's chopped the bonnet up, God knows why. Recognise it? It should do. The headlights we found on the floor, just shoved them back in the holes, but there's not much left of those. When I come back, I'll be coming back and taking all the parts. Okay, I'll just be coming, stuff like that, and I'll dissect the car here on the ground. It's going to stay as a rusted shell here and just disappear off into the ground. Whenever this place gets cleared, they'll just be brushing up this shell, what's left of it, because it's just not worth me transporting this back on a car. I don't know how we'd get it out of it. You'd have to just pull it with a JCB. The guy has got a JCB and he said he will lift it out, but what's he going to be delivering me? If I put it on Dave's truck, it's likely that the axle will just fall off, that the clip will break away, and then you're just dragging around a big hunk of metal, and then you're going to damage all the trim. So it's best to strip it and leave the shell here. And you could always come back to the shell and get more photographs of it. It's still a monument in the woods. So I'm going to debadge, dechrome, take all the little bits off which I think are good, get rid of the dashboard, you know, take all the clocks out. And this time I'll just remind myself, what's the crash pad like, because they're hard to get hold of. And we've got some good door cards, you know, from Swampy's door cards were as bad as that, and they cleaned up really nice. So I reckon we could get 2 or 3 good door cards out of this. And look at that crash pad, a Marcus blue crash pad, hasn't lifted. It hasn't lifted. The water hasn't actually quite managed to get in and start attacking that crash pad there like they normally do, or the clock. So the dashboard area somehow managed to survive, amazingly. I'll be taking the GXL wheel off with me right away because of the high value content. I've purchased the car, so I'm entitled to do so. I will be doing that. And the roof grab handles, you've got those. And it hasn't got through the vinyl, it hasn't got through the headlining, you know, it surprised me. Centre console, of course, as I said, so plenty of parts, in particular the wide chrome on the windows and the rubbers. Well, they don't look good, the rubbers, they never are good. So a strip down of the car, the axle off it, may as well take the axle because it's got the larger drums on it. And then the quarter rubbers are actually quite good. Look at this, these quarter rubbers here, if you ever damage those on your car, these can be expensive to get. And these quarter rubbers, they've got no marks on them, so we'll be taking them off and then getting them in some soapy water and fitting new fitting kits to them, and hopefully we can reuse. I'll take the lights, of course, as well, and these side GXL mounting strips are always handy for people. So as much as the parts off the cars I can get, I won't leave anything. You know what I'm like, I won't leave anything except just the shell. And then left here in the woods here will just be this Cortina shell. So it's actually in a sort of little quarry, if you will. Very peaceful. It's been a nice day. Hope you've enjoyed the video. I've enjoyed making it. I'm sorry to report on this, but we have to be realistic. It's nice on the comments on YouTube on some of the teaser films that I put up about the possibility of saving it and stuff, and I could answer that question and say, what is there to save except the trinkets, because there is no actual shell to save. I mean, yeah, you could start, you could do all of this, you really could, I'm not saying that, but it's mammoth, simply because there's so much damage on the floor pan is the reason it's putting me off. And that and the bulkhead, if the bulkhead weren't too bad, I don't know, there's just no floor pan to go off. So I will give it some further thought, but it's unlikely. I've got to be realistic. It's been a great thing to film, a great piece of history to find, but I think that it's a good idea to take off some of the rare components off it. I don't really think anyone's going to really mind me doing that if I'm going to leave the shell here. I've purchased the car anyway, so I don't think he's going to mind if I leave him the shell, because this place is getting bulldozed anyway. You never know, it could be 20 years before they do anything, but he did say he was filling this dip in, but how long that takes, who knows. Last bit of film as we go round the car in the evening sunlight.
Right, it's running.
We don't like folk poking their noses in.